Network attacks are something we often hear about. Attacks can be a distributed denial of service attack, DDoS, also known as a ping attack. In a DDoS attack, unwanted traffic from an unknown IP address, or even traffic from an infected network computer, can overwhelm network resources. There are many ways that a DDoS attack can be implemented. In this demo, we show you what you can do to respond to such attacks. In this demo, we'll use pfSense. To see the active traffic, you can use pftop, which is located under the Diagnostics tab. Using this tool, you can see the current inbound and outbound traffic. Now, because this is a test system, we don't have a lot of traffic. Symptoms you should look for are an excessive number of packets sent, or traffic from an unknown IP address in the source or destination. Let's say there is an IP address that is suspicious, and we want to know where it's coming from. Let's look up this IP address 1.0.3.104. There are many sites you can use to look up a public IP address such as this one. When we enter the IP address and click search, we can see more details related to this IP address. Because this is a test system and international work isn't done on it, it's unlikely this IP address needs access to this network. Let's go back to our pfSense firewall. In order to block an IP address on a firewall, you need to create a rule. The rule defines what to allow or what to deny. To set this, let's go to Firewall, then Rules. If the network has been thoroughly hardened, there will probably be a lot of rules. The rules listed here are just the defaults. To add a rule to the bottom, click the Add Down arrow. We could add it to the top depending on its priority. The action we want to use is block. If we use reject, it sends a reject message back to the sender, letting them know we rejected the traffic. Typically, a block is preferred since it blocks the traffic and does it silently. We'll need to set the protocol if the traffic is only TCP or UDP. Since we want to cover everything related to blocking this IP, we'll select Any. Next, we'll define the source we want to block. To define a single IP address, we need to select Single Host or Alias. Now, the nice thing about aliases is you can bundle whole networks, multiple IP addresses, ports, and more. Since we only have one IP address to block, we'll enter it here. The destination will be Any because this rule is specifically for inbound traffic from this IP address. If we were concerned about traffic going from the network to this IP address, we would do the reverse of this. We would put the IP address in the destination instead of the source. It's best practice to write the description with enough detail so that you know what the rule does. And once complete, we click Save. The changes won't be in effect until we click this Apply Changes button. Now we see that the rule was applied successfully. There are occurrences where the attacker will change the IP address. This actually happens frequently. An attacker can use a range of addresses from the same country. If we were not concerned about blocking the entire country, we could use something like geo-blocking. Let's do that. Under Firewall, we'll go to pfBlocker-ng. This is an added package that must be installed. It isn't here by default. Over here, there is GeoIP. Once we click it, we can see we have a whole list of countries. There are two lists because it shows IPv4 and IPv6. We'll block everything from the country of China since this country doesn't have a reason to contact any IP addresses on this network. You could do the same for other countries. Be mindful of what you're blocking because there are cases where US websites use cloud servers internationally. The list action will be to deny both. That way, traffic to and from the country will be blocked. You do, however, have many options to select from. Let's click Save at the bottom, and we're done. All right, that's it for this demo. In this demo, we looked at how to view active traffic on the firewall, block IP addresses, and geo-block countries.